Hello.
All right. Thank God. We're live at the same time Emily is here. That's ideal.
Hi.
Say hello to all of your adoring Zero fans. They're all in chat.
Oh, are you live?
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh ho 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 ho.
What the fuck is going on?
I was just laughing. I've been trying to find a good evil laugh. Waiting on Ryan.
Keep keep
Classic.
keep working on it.
Yeah, that was a super bad evil laugh.
Yeah, it's not great.
Oh ho ho ho.
No, that was just weird.
Yep. You're trying way too hard here. What the fuck? What is what?
Oh,
What?
there's a
Yes.
wild Ryan in chat.
Yes, Ryan is missing. We know. I like how there's a question mark like right after the decleave in my URL.
It's pretty good. Decleave? Question mark? We sure? We sure it's decleave?
Yeah, I should change my name.
Oh, look at that Linktree link. Look at you. Look at the hustle on this guy.
It's always been there.
I know. It's good. It's
I'm,
good
I'm,
stuff.
I'm the consummate professional on the team.
That's true. Emily's the money handler.
Yeah, she got been paid out twice from Twitch.
I was like,
Huh.
what money?
Yeah, I was gonna say. We don't have any money, so she's doing great.
It's an easy job.
How much is Orion as my co-host? How much is Orion at sea?
Not much, because he's not fucking here.
True. I need to open our chat messages as the secondary one, because that's where the topics we're going to talk about today are. Woo!
Yay.
And we're live with updates on the world's quietest game of checkers.
This is why I still call Ryan Hickey, because he can't be on time. I wouldn't want to disgrace the name of Boyko.
He's not always there when you call, but he's always on time.
No, he's not.
If he gave you
We
your
just got
his,
over describing this. He's less on time than you.
That's tough to do. That in itself is a skill. Because I'm a pretty late guy.
You right. Dude, what's
I
this?
do. Arrive late, leave early. It's a good strategy.
No, you don't leave early. You at least stay pretty late, usually.
Depends on the event, really.
Yeah, if I'm there, you're not even making it.
Bulletin. Wanted. Podcast co-host Ryan Boyko Hickey. Reward. 1,000 pennies.
That we do not have in our coffers.
Warning. Is probably armed. Is possibly dangerous.
Is definitely inebriated.
For sure.
Do we want to watch the the 0-4 teams battle it out.
The 0-4 team?
0-4 teams.
Oh, Jesus. Are we at the bottom brackets of World?
That's not, no. We're still in the. This is the first like pod, or one of the pods that's playing, and there's two teams that are 0-4 that are playing each other.
Yikes. It's the cripple fight. I bet you Ryan's going through some sort of computer update or something now. Don't ever say it's over till Ryan gets here.
Walkin Timo again. Walkin Timo again. No.
No, don't. I saw that match. Oh my god.
This guy's helping my pick'ems though. Did you do your pick'ems?
No.
Here, I'll show the. If you're watching stream.
Yeah, share your screen.
Well, I'll show my pick'ems on stream.
Yeah.
Once I actually log in. So we got. He's really helping out this particular one. Who will be picked the most during champion select at Worlds? I picked Aatrox, and he has like 2x more picks than any other champion right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is he uber busted?
I don't think he's uber busted. He's just very safe. My other picks
He's
are
like the Garen from Wild Rift. Like what? Garen's a pretty safe.
Yeah, basically. He's really good. He's really good. He's really safe. He doesn't have a lot of counters. He's just a pretty good first pick.
Sweet.
My other picks are probably not going to work out. My who will be banned the most, I picked Wukong. I don't know why. I probably should have picked Hecarim. We'll have
Ryan's in chat again.
My who will have the highest win rate at Worlds was Janna. Janna has not been picked a single time yet.
Really?
Yeah.
I am so shocked.
Well, she ends up being more of a counter later into tournaments, so I'm banking on that one being a thing later. Who'll be played the most different roles? I picked Gragas. He got picked top once. I can see him getting picked in support and jungle too, so we'll see if that happens. And who'll have the most total deaths? I picked Amumu. Because he's an engaged support that can only go in, and he's not very tanky. So he should die a lot.
Who's the worst team in Worlds right now, would you say?
I mean, it's one of the lesser region teams, or the minor region teams.
Okay.
But, like, I don't think that's to say that, like they're bad teams. I think part of it is, like, the competition that they have to compete against to get to Worlds is not particularly high.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same kind of thing like in Magic, right? Like, you can only be as good as the people around you. And you can't get much better than those people because, like, you just don't have the competition to be much better. So it's the same kind of thing. Plus, those regions are a lot smaller. So the talent pool within them is a lot smaller.
The top team beating all the rest of the teams over and over again isn't going to be nearly as effective as them playing against teams of similar skill sets and taking losses and wins and learning from those.
Yeah. Typically, like, the best teams in the minor regions are, like, raffle stomping everybody else. It tends to be not very close. But then you have, like, the teams from, like, China, like, all four of their teams are very good because they have, 2 billion people to draw from.
Right. So they just have more teams that are more good more often, and they're able to scrim and play against each other way more often.
Yeah. Plus their solo queue environment is a lot better because they have a really deep, like, high elo structure.
Why is South Korea so good?
It's more of their culture.
Like, gaming's ingrained in their culture is what you mean.
Yeah, and they have, like, the technology infrastructure to make it better. Like, anywhere you play in South Korea, you have 8 ping. Anywhere.
Yeah, because they have fucking fiber optics.
Yeah, because their internet's incredible.
Probably overall best on Earth on average for a country.
It depends on what you're doing, but it's very good.
That's fair.
have a Wukong pick. Oh god, we have the cat. Meow.
The cat.
We have a
Katarina?
no, Yumi. We have a Nyla Yumi bot lane.
Ugh, that sounds fucking disgusting.
I should have picked Maokai instead of Gragas, I think.
That sounds like straight cancer in my bones.
Cancer.
He's here!
Get him out.
Oh, he's not here. Oh! Oh, I
Hello?
can hear you. Brian!
Hi. Sorry about that. For some reason, my Windows key was stuck. So, like, yeah, it was just causing really weird behavior on my computer.
That
But,
happens.
Turned out is because I was tabbed out of my Batman game.
Oh my
So
god.
as soon as I turned off the Batman game, my computer started working as I expected.
How's the Batman game going?
It's pretty fun. It's been a long time since it came out. I never actually. It's been a long time since it came out. I never actually. Oh, god damn it! All right, there we go. Never actually played it. It's pretty fun. This one has the Batmobile in it, which is pretty cool. Get to
Alright, cool,
run over
cool,
people
cool.
with the Batmobile.
Don't be afraid to get closer to your microphone, Ryan.
What?
You heard me.
All right, is that better?
It's
Warmer.
It's so good.
Oh my god! All right, hang on. Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you, yes.
Am I quiet?
You are about a third of normal Ryan volume.
A third of normal Ryan volume. What is that?
Normal Ryan volume is fairly high.
What?
So we're shooting for 2/3 Ryan volume here.
What? I'm not normally that loud.
I
you
said
ever heard
normally that
yourself laugh?
high.
I mean, I am normally pretty high, so that you got me
Go-
there.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our adult stream.
My stream is tagged as not safe for work, or 18 plus,
Good.
or whatever the fuck it is.
That's what it needs to be.
I don't have a cam today. Maria is using the laptop approach.
That's okay.
What the hell, Maria?
Where the fuck are my sound settings?
Just turn your volume up. No, I'm just kidding.
God, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Alright, is that better?
Whoa, hey Ryan, how's it going?
Okay, that's probably better then, huh?
We can hear him.
Is this better? This is
Yes.
optimal?
Oh yeah, I love
Alright.
it.
Don't go louder is what you're saying.
Yeah, there she is. You're still with us. I was worried you were gone.
I was just finishing eating my goldfish.
The isolated Emily is no longer isolated.
She is no longer isolated. Is still Emily.
Hi, Emily.
In appearance, at least.
Hi.
Alright.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, let me hit this record button. Let's actually start our episode recording, and we'll go from there. Be ready for the numbers. Numbers incoming in 3, 2, 1.
5.
I got all the numbers.
I did not. I got 5 and 1. Those are the numbers I got. So.
Wait, so was it just 5 for like 4 seconds and then 1 and then it went?
Oh no! So the way it glitches, it's like actually a 2-1 countdown. So it goes 5, 1, recording.
Nice.
It's pretty good. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 20 of the League of Learning Wild Rift podcast. We're so excited to have you here with us. We have a bunch of cool stuff to be talking about today, and we have a bunch of cool hosts here today. I am Hispanic Link. Who else we got with us?
I am Chunko, as I am every week.
What?
Streamer extraordinaire D Cleve is still here.
That's our boy. That's our son, D. Cleve.
And I'm Emily.
The quadrifecta is back together.
Oh, I forgot. I am out of town.
That's why he has no camera.
Yeah, so I actually won't be able to make it to this episode. Sorry, guys.
Ugh, you hate to see it. We have to start with our most important update that I'm sure she's not ready to give yet. But, Emily, if you could do us a favor and log into your Wild Rift app.
I already fucking did.
Yeah?
Don't-
Yeah?
Calm down.
Yeah.
So
No,
active.
Don't
be aggro.
assume.
It's a
My
cra-
I have 20.
My bad. Oh, that's such a low number. You've been working hard.
Getting there.
Nah.
Hey, Antonio.
Yeah.
I got a new drink.
Oh, thanks, Ryan. Those are actually some of our special effects for our live streaming part of the episodes. If you want to hear Ryan slurp a drink really loudly, if you want to hear me just kind of like eat my microphone, if you want to hear Emily just rub her microphone against her shirt, and if you want to hear Dave play an ARAM, that's really why you gotta watch these live streams.
No, I can play an
That's the
ARAM.
content you're missing.
I can play an ARAM anytime. Why are you so fucking bad? What's wrong with you?
It's like he's playing an ARAM right now.
Speaking of fucking bad, the World Championship is currently going on right now on the playing stage. We got 2 0-4 teams duking it out.
Oh baby, the bottom of the barrel, fighting for the last bit of real estate.
To be fair, it's the bottom of a really shiny barrel because it's the World Championship.
That's true.
Yeah, they're all better than you. Every one of them.
The worst of a world-class team is still a world-class team.
King of shit mountain, still a king, yeah?
It be true. It be true. How about that fucking Bills game today, by the way? Holy shit, that was a banger.
I know the Bills won, but did you see that fucking 2nd and 19 that Lamar Jackson converted, where he slipped out of the sack and he chucked it up, four people, 2 defenders, 2 receivers bobbled it, and it ended up being complete. What the fuck? Can't even be mad about that kind of shit. It's like
no, it's just how it goes down.
Sports
yeah,
ball.
Bill's looking pretty decent. Yeah, sports ball, Dave. Let people like things. Damn.
That's what I
You
say.
know what
Sports
league
ball.
is, Dave?
I'm happy for you. Fuck off.
You know what league is, Dave? It's digital sports ball.
He's not wrong.
Goddamn.
It's called esports ball, if I remember correctly.
This is me being happy for you. Let me be happy for you. Shit.
Look at that smile, Ryan.
You can't tell, but I'm smiling.
Like
So.
a gaping maw.
All right. Next topic.
Sir?
Next topic. All right, Star Walkin'. Bang or bust. Emily, we'll start with you.
It's like a song.
Emily with the hot topics, as always, taking these hot takes.
Blazing hot takes. Scorching hot.
It's like fine.
So,
I get it. I get why people would like it.
I actually don't disagree. So I like the song in a vacuum. I think if it wasn't like marketed as a world's anthem, it would be received a lot better, right? Because I think it's a great song. It's not very hyphy, right? It doesn't really get me pumped up. I think the chorus is pretty good, but then it just like someone put a fan made edit of this on Reddit last week or whatever, of like they added kind of like a dubstep drop to the song and just kind of brought it to its, I don't want to say logical conclusion, but gave it a more satisfying resolution because I feel like the song as it's currently written just has a lot of buildup and not a lot of like, okay, cool, not like, boom, this is the anthem kind of thing.
it's all tease, no please.
Yeah, and like, as far as the music video, I initially really liked it, and then I realized I liked it because I've missed the last couple Worlds videos because it's super similar and just kind of uninspired. I think honestly those animators do a great job at what they do, but someone pointed it out to me that like Riot seems to just have like this mega boner for mecha stuff, and like it's just mecha stuff is cool. I love Pacific Rim, right? But there's so many other cool things that the League of Legends universe has the ability to explore. So
Yeah.
Dave, what do you think?
Yeah,
about
for
the
sure.
song?
I like it. I think it's a good
Okay,
song.
Dave.
Oh, you said Dave. I thought you said, how do you like it? Like, just asking the group as a general. Dave. Please go ahead.
I mean, that's a lot of build up for something you're going to be really disappointed in.
You didn't like it.
I have not listened to it.
Oh my
That's so much worse!
The only reason I've listened to it is because Antonio's been listening to it constantly.
Dave! Why would you do this?
Oh, you've at least heard the chorus, right? Like you watched the broadcast.
No.
You haven't watched the Worlds broadcast at all this weekend?
No, I've been busy. I've literally been working all weekend.
You call yourself what? You work Monday through Friday, don't you?
I know, but I've been having to do work all fucking weekend, bro.
He's a salaried job. He works whenever the fuck they say he works.
Dude, I'm salaried and I haven't worked in this past whole week.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, and I haven't worked in years.
No,
right.
I had to do so much shit. But anyway, no, I have not listened to it. Like I've heard so much shit about it. I'm just like, I can do without it.
It's just
All
a
right.
fine song. Like
I don't think it's a good song to like be playing in between like games or however they're playing it. Obviously, I haven't been watching, but like it's a fine song like to be on the radio or whatever, but
I think the part of the chorus that they've been playing between games has been I like it. Like it it is the like the hyphiest part of the song, and it's still pretty chill. So like that's I think that's most of our grievance with it, right, Antonio?
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like we have 2 bangers, 1 buster, and 1 blunder.
Yeah, exactly in those terms for sure.
Happens.
I'm sure it'll come
Oh,
up in
shit, there's
playlists
Neil
at some
in here.
point.
Oh, of course.
Then I'll hear it at that point and be like, what the fuck is this? Like, oh, it's this.
And then
Okay.
you can come back on the podcast that week and have an opinion.
Yep.
Yep.
Are you saying he's not allowed to have an opinion until then? That's kind of.
I guess
Is
not.
anyone allowed to have an opinion until they've checked out the source material? I thought this was America. Oh, wait.
Anyway.
It's not. It's not America. Who knew?
Oh, God. All right. Do we have any other good Worlds updates? Any teams that are crushing it right now?
Yeah, Evil Geniuses threw against the Japanese team. That was pretty sad.
One game or the whole series?
They're not
best of
serious.
one.
It's best of one.
Yeah, and the top two. So the top 2 decide who gets to play the series to go into the next stage. Oh Jesus. Sorry, cat.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so there's 6 teams in each group, right? You play each person,
Yeah.
each other team in your group once, right? There's 2 groups of 6, so each team plays 5 games, right?
Okay.
After those 5 games, best of 1, right? Each team plays each other once. The top 2 in each group play each other, right? And the winners of those matches get to move on, advance to the next stage, where the rest of the team, where the other half of the teams in the tournament are waiting.
That's pretty interesting. Not
Yeah.
really sure how I feel about it, honestly. I really just want everything to be at least a best of 3.
I mean, like,
that would take literally forever.
yeah, no, this is like, so. Remember, it's like what top 24 teams go to Worlds,
Yeah.
or something like that, and then the tournament is top 16, right? So the tournament is where they start doing, or no, sorry, the group stage is still top 16, and then when it's top 8, then you start doing the best of series.
That makes sense. Still sad about it, though.
Yeah, no.
I mean, more league is better than less league.
Oh, there will be lots of
Honestly-
league. Don't you worry.
Well, honestly, this is kind of something to touch upon for people who follow this. The current tournament format is actually kind of dog shit. It leaves a lot to be desired compared to other tournament formats that it's common in other esports, and you can go listen to other people talk about it a lot more intelligently. But this is not the greatest format. But it's the format we have, and the format they keep shoving down our throats. So I guess we have no choice but to enjoy it.
So enjoy it.
In short form, it is what it is.
Yes. But Worlds has
Okay.
been pretty interesting. Fnatic has looked amazingly, surprisingly strong for a team that has claimed that they haven't scrimmed at all. For a team that was missing their support on day 1, and their AD carry flew in like the day before. DRX just absolutely stomping everyone in their group. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Evil Geniuses and tiebreaker with the Japanese team. Oh shit! There's a 3-way tiebreaker. Ooh, that's kind of gnarly. So, yeah, some banger games happening at Worlds, and we'll see what happens.
You can check out the VODs on Riot Games Twitch, or you can check it out on their YouTube.
Or lolesports.com, which is the easiest place.
Or
They have all the VODs in there.
eventvods.com.
That's
Yeah.
why I keep you guys around.
If you just Google LOL VODs, like you'll find a good.
There are
like
1
the top
trillion
5
places.
Yeah, you can't.
I
go
know
wrong.
what you said, but I just want to say it specifically. It's LOL VODs because it sounded like you said LLL VODs. So, in case our listeners heard LLL, it's LOL.
So
LL is
if
one
you-
of the teams.
Yeah, if you Google literally LOL VODs, the top 5 links will all give you what you need. So.
That's good. The top 5 links?
Yes.
That's so many.
They all bring you to. Like,
That's way more than I get for any of my internet searches.
Stop searching such disgusting shit then.
Yeah, I have some pretty specific tastes. But anyways,
Emily,
I have one
get your
more
man.
announcement.
Simple.
Somebody come get your mans. I have one more topic I want to talk about before we get to like the main beef of our episode today, and that's
Beef.
Emily and I are getting married.
What?
What?
I know, shocking to everybody. Yes, we're getting married on October 22nd, which is a Saturday.
That's
Generally
20
speaking,
days from now.
around-
It's less than 3 weeks.
I know, it's so close.
I don't know what I'm gonna wear.
Instead of actually doing a podcast episode that week, we're gonna just take a break, enjoy our wedding. So we'll be doing a skin giveaway that week. And so I think how it's gonna work is we're going to have everybody like our social media pages. We're gonna share posts on all of them, and you can retweet them, you can share them on your Facebook, you can spread them all around the different areas that we have our posts. And the more that you follow us and support our our Discord, our Reddits, our so on and so forth, we'll give you one entry per thing described in whatever our social media posts end up saying. Whatever actions you take, for each one that you do take, you'll get one entry into the giveaway, and we'll end up giving away 2 skins, one from me and one from Emily. And that's the skin giveaway.
Ooh.
If you're in NA, we'll be able to, figure out how to get those skins to you. But if you're outside of NA, please make sure that you have a working PayPal, so that way we can PayPal you the cost of skins, because that's how a lot of the NA content creators currently get around some of the struggles that Riot has put in the way of things like content creators doing skin giveaways or other related topics. So that's how we're going to do it. Nothing too crazy. Make sure that you have some skins on your wish list if you're in NA, and if not, like I said, have those PayPals ready. And more details to follow on our social medias. No, Dave and Ryan, you can't win the skins.
Bro, I have way too many skins already.
I have like.
Well, it's for Wild Rift anyways.
I also
Well,
have way too many
also
skins.
I don't play that game, so don't worry about it.
I already asked him to. At
You
his
said you
bachelor
have-
party, and he was like, "Fuck that, fuck you." Don't ever.
You
fucking
have
ask
too
me
many
this again.
skins in Wild Rift, Ryan?
I have a lot. Way too many.
How many skins do you think I
Alright.
have in Big League?
You
Oh,
have,
we
like,
talked about this
300.
on one of the episodes.
Yeah, the number's different now. How many do you think I have now?
Is it
How many
plus
total
or minus
skins are there?
300? Thousands.
Thousands? Actual thousands?
How many do you think
At
I've...
least 1,000.
I'm gonna say Dave has at least half of what's available.
Let's see. LOL total skins.
Google has failed us.
If you count chromas, it's like around 3,000.
Well, don't.
All right,
don't
I'm gonna
count
save.
Huh?
chromas. I mean, I guess you can count chromas, sure. Then I don't have half if you count chromas.
Do you have 300?
I have more than 300.
Hachi machi. Okay, if you don't count chromas, it's about 1,400.
I'm gonna say Dave has 700 skins. That's.
He
my
said he doesn't have half.
If you count chromas,
Oh, okay. Do you have half?
I have 640.
That's so many skins.
Well, to be fair, this game is a fucking decade old. That's over a decade.
The real money sink. The real money sink is the prestige skins. How many of those do you think I have?
I don't know.
even know what a prestige skin is.
They're like the $100 skins.
Why would you? What's a how? What?
They're the things you like. They're the things you have to spend like mythic essence on. You have to like grind out tokens during events to get.
You're just making up words now.
I'm not.
Whatever.
They effectively end up costing like $100.
So I have
How many
80
prestige skins do you have?
12.
Damn.
That's like $1,200.
I didn't pay that much.
At the given current conversion rate, yeah.
I spent 0. It makes you feel any better.
I have 81 of 91 champions of Wild Rift. Antonio, there are 353 skins currently available in Wild Rift. How many do you think I have?
I'm gonna say you have 100. You can't possibly have more than 100 skins.
I don't have more than 100. I have less than 100.
Okay. So in a safe case, for you to say you have too many skins, I'm gonna put you right around 67.
69.
Oh, Emily, bet.
Just pick a number.
The
I'm under
safest bet.
pressure.
It's not that high pressure of a situation.
The safest bet is either 68 or 70.
Ah!
All right,
59.
Emily picks one. The closest is Dave. I have 70.
Ooh, that's a lot of skins.
You bought one
Nice
too.
job.
You bought one too many.
Yeah, you're right.
Also, nicely job. What the fuck am I smoking?
Huh?
I tried to say nicely done and nice job at the same time, and I said nicely job. That was a great podcast episode, everybody. Time to go.
All right, cool.
So Ryan, my PayPal is I'm gonna DM you my PayPal and you can send me the skin code whenever. So I won the thing.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. Yes.
Nice.
That was easy.
That's not happening.
God damn it.
All right. So today's topics that we're going to cover today is we're going to talk about how to play from behind as a player or a champion in the game.
Yeah, thrust real deep.
Spam FF. Spam. Spam FF.
Not the options we were looking for, really. And how to play from behind also can kind of lead into how to get carried.
Flame your jungler.
That's a kind of like a parallel topic that kind of don't necessarily have everything to do with each other, but they kind of rub up against each other. Don't. And then you can also talk about how to play from behind as a team today. Those are the things that we're going to cover.
Like, you write the script. Why do you set it up so that you have to say don't?
Listen, I got to keep it interesting, and I got to keep the younger audience, enthralled in the words that we're saying. The younger audience that I swear that we tried to keep out of our stream.
You disgust me, you dirty bird.
He wasn't talking to you.
What?
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
there's somebody else in the
So-
room.
Yeah, my dirty bird. Alright, so how to play from behind. So, Okay,
Step 1,
I
get
mean-
behind the enemy. Step 2, got
stab
him.
him!
Step 3, play shaker.
I think the actual first step to figuring this out is how to identify if you're behind in the first place.
If you are 0-1 and your opponent is 1-0,
You still might be
Yeah,
far
that might
behind.
not. That
that's
might not
true
be it.
because of good farming.
Yeah. If they've missed all their CS and somehow you managed to lose to a buffoon that misses all their CS, you could still be ahead.
Have you spent your gold? That's going to be a good indicator.
Yeah, that's something we've talked about I think since episode 1.
Yeah, definitely have talked about it since early episodes. If not episode 1, episode 2 for sure. It's like isolated Emily. Like, it's just one of the staples that are in there. Ryan says, spend your fucking gold. Emily says, I'm Emily. If you're missing an isolated Emily. Dave's probably angry. Those are the staples of our podcast.
I've worked for so long to get rid of this image.
Dave is a nice, kind boy.
Boy?
Dave's a nice kind of man.
Hey, shut up.
Got me. Fucking got me.
Yep.
All right. So, my God, I keep fucking this up. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Sounds like you're mad.
I am a little mad. Definitely a little mad. I was talking with Dory about this topic earlier, and he sent me some notes that I wanted to bring up to people. Okay. So, some things that you can do to help play from behind is understanding what are the champion matchups when you go into a match. So, like, when you are first loading into a game, you get an image of the 5 members of your team and the 5 members of the enemy team, and kind of which lanes they theoretically should be playing in, unless like somebody like ADC and jungle switched. So you might get some out of positionness there depending on what the enemy team has been doing. But generally speaking, you should be able to look at the champions and the spells they have and figure out what positions they're probably playing. This helps you understand, especially as a jungler, how you want to be playing the game, which is figure out where your strong matchups are, your weak matchups are, and try to play the game to your strong matchups. Because obviously your weak matchups are most likely going to struggle unless the opponent has a skill issue where they're just not as good, even though they should be in a very punishing matchup, right? Like Darius and Teemo can be in top lane, but Teemo can be trash and Darius can still win because of that. Understanding where your strengths on the map are and where your team has an advantage over the enemy team is going to help you understand that, like, if you're falling behind in certain lanes, that doesn't necessarily mean you're falling behind on the game as a whole. And so when you start to notice that certain lanes are falling behind, or maybe your team as a whole is starting to fall behind, you should find where your strong lanes are, or your strong matchups are, and try to push advantages there, because that's where you're most likely to break through and maybe find like objective steals, maybe find some good ganks that set the opponents behind, maybe find some good team fights. Like if you're a support and your ADC sucks ass, but your mid and jungler are crushing it in the team fight, maybe don't heal or buff your ADC. Maybe heal and buff the jungler and mid instead. So that's kind of the things you should be thinking about when I say play to your strengths, is find out who's doing best on your team, even if it's not you, and help play to make their game easier so they can snowball and help you either, you know, take a team fight, take an important objective, or take turrets and eventually take the Nexus. Any thoughts on that? Does that sound loosely-ish, you know, intelligent?
Have you guys ever read an article called "Who's the Beatdown"?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Turns out it works in Magic too. I mean, in League of Legends too.
The
Imagine
Magic
that.
article works in Magic. Who would have
Yeah,
thought? But yeah,
imagine
no,
that.
I get what you're
Turns
saying.
out it works in League of Legends too. And kind of expand upon what you were talking about, Antonio, with kind of understanding who's strong and who's weak. Sorry, one sec.
You're good. My iPad just fell over, so I had to fix it.
You have it's you can understand these things on a team to team level, but understanding them in an individual matchup is also important. So understanding in your individual lanes, top, mid, or bot, or even jungle, right? Like who's strong in the individual lane. At what points is each individual champion strong, and you know, and to an extent, why are they? You can talk about why they're stronger at any given point, right? But understanding who's the quote unquote beatdown, right? Like who's stronger at any given point in the game is really important to understanding how to play your lane, right? If you're not the beatdown, right? You could be even in gold, and you know you're ahead because you're not supposed to be winning, right? And if you stay even in gold, that's fine, right? But if you are the beatdown and you're even in gold, that probably is bad for you, because if you have a snowballing champ, then you probably want to press that advantage. It's a lot harder to do that when you're on even footing with your opponent, right? And so that kind of lends itself to talking about playing from behind, where you have to understand, like, are you actually behind, right? And you know, you you probably can play pretty safely depending on your role in your game.
Yeah, definitely. Um, Building off of what you're saying, some things that you want to check. We really harp on like check the minimap, check the minimap. There are more resources than just the minimap in this game too. Other places you should be checking. You should be checking the shop relatively often. Like anytime you go back, don't just buy items right away and then just run back out there. Something I've been learning by watching other players play is they will actually take, the 5 or 10 seconds that it takes to, open the shop, check some items, figure out what builds are going on.
Fuck that. Hang on, I'm gonna cut you off. No, you should always buy your items instantly because you should always be thinking about what items are good in your game. You shouldn't have to decide when after you get to the shop. You should already know what you're going to the shop to buy.
Yeah. I definitely think at higher levels of play that's definitely true, but I think, overall, like, not everybody who plays this game is going to be, like, super skilled, and
Sure,
it might
obviously,
take
but, like...
some practice. Yeah, I definitely think, like, the goal should be you should know which items are good in which matchups, and you should try and buy them right away. Like, absolutely.
Yeah, but I
that's
don't
where
think
you
you
want to
should
be
be
shooting
advocating people to spend 10, 15 seconds at Fountain because, like, that's just bad.
for. A, said 5 or 10 seconds. B, if you need to spend more time to make better purchasing decisions instead of just like rushing into buying whatever the pre-build is or whatever, like absolutely do the right thing instead of trying to rush out there because X, Y, or Z is happening on the map.
And what I'm saying is take some time outside of the game, look at what all the items do, right, and figure out what items you would build in what situations. Maybe spend some time in practice mode, practice buying some items in your matchups, right? But like,
Ooh, that's a good idea.
What I'm saying is, like, in your ranked games, right, don't be buying items for the first. Don't be sitting there in the shop like, what should I buy?
Yeah.
Right? Like, don't do that to your ranked opponent. Like, do that in normal games. Do that in practice mode. Like, don't
sit
there.
AFK. Yeah.
Don't sit there for 10 seconds in your ranked games being like, I'm really going to take some time and think about... No. Think about that outside your ranked games, right? That's what I'm saying.
That actually just, as a lesson, don't fucking practice shit in your ranked games. Don't practice new champions. Don't practice new tech. Don't practice new purchasing methods. You play ranked because you're trying to show that you already know your shit. Okay, that's a really good point, Ryan.
You feel pretty strongly about this, huh?
I do. And you know what? I want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to cover that.
No, but yeah.
You've shown people that you know how to open the shop now in your ranked games.
Actually, when I stream, I actually just sit in Fountain and just open my shop and close it the whole game. And then when I can buy
and your
items,
teammates are appreciative that you know how to do that.
Yes, exactly.
So to clarify,
I would be too.
I fully advocate taking your time to understand what you're purchasing and why and in what situations, but I don't advocate figuring that out in ranked.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Ranked, legendary ranked, a tournament game, like
Yeah.
have that shit ready ahead of time. Don't, yeah. But like when you're, just hearing this for the first time and starting to practice it, like Ryan said, like practice it in, practice it in a custom game, practice it in bots, practice it in PvP, places where the stakes aren't necessarily, high.
This is
Not
literally
like
what
ranked
normal
or
games are
ranked
for.
high stakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally what normal games are for.
Allegedly.
Back to the point I was making originally, which is check the shop. Make sure that your purchases are going well. Check. I don't know what it's called. It's called the menu. There's a burger button in game you can click where you can see what the enemy team's building,
Scoreboard.
how much gold they have. Is that what it's called? The scoreboard?
Yes.
I don't know what burger
So-
button means.
The burger menu is like the 3 little lines, and you see that menu.
I've
and
never
it's
heard it
called burger
referred to
menu.
as. I've never heard it referred to as that. But before Antonio
I
said
didn't
that,
either till
I've
Ryan.
never.
It's the common UX term, whatever. Anyway.
I was gonna say
Okay,
Ryan's
Ryan.
a programming guy. He does like the zeros and ones. So if he tells me it's a fucking burger, I mean, shit, I'll bring the grill.
Literally
Like,
just
whatever.
Google burger menu and you'll be flooded with them. Anyway. It's
I
called the
don't-
scoreboard.
I don't want burgers.
So- Yeah, check the scoreboard, see who's doing well on the enemy team, see who's doing well on your team, see where you can help snowball, see where you can help prevent, enemy team from snowballing.
Okay,
Like,
to be fair, if you Google
Continue.
burger menu, you get Burger King. So you have to Google burger menu.
How does it feel to get utterly destroyed live on stream?
I mean,
How does it feel?
to be
How does
fair,
it fucking feel?
You need to Google. You need to add icon. You need to be a little more specific.
Emily, can you just settle this debate between everybody right now? Do you think
What?
for the 3 lines that bring a menu up, do you think it is appropriately referred to as a burger button?
It looks like a burger.
What?
Tell us what your heart says, not what your conscience, featured by Ryan, says.
I would say no.
It's not a burger.
Thank God we have Emily, the UX expert, to tell us.
Hey, she took a programming class in college, I'll have you know. She's pretty qualified to have an opinion here.
I'm pretty sure most of the people using the app are not UX experts. And
I'm
most
pretty
of the
sure
people
most of the
listening
people
are not
designing
UX
the app
experts.
aren't UX experts.
Okay, so let's talk about the scoreboard button.
Yeah, so check the scoreboard, check what enemy team is building, see if you can counter build, get that knowledge before the game starts of what counter building is, and then while in game, figure out which items you need to buy to counter build. I don't know. What else can you do? There's another thing that I wanted to say that you could check. Check
Like,
the
so
shop.
you can also adjust, like, customize your item builds. That's pretty cool.
Are we talking about just
So-
item stuff, or still talking about like stuff to do when you're behind?
Oh, that's fair. We got off topic. Thank you, Dave.
We did. That's true.
Okay, because like
you can,
there
you can
there is
still
a
buy items when you're behind.
yeah, buying items is important when you're behind. But yeah, like there's a pretty common trap that I see a lot of people fall into when they're behind, in that
It's getting distracted when you're talking about playing from behind.
that's true.
It's classic.
A lot of people, especially particularly top laners, will tend to go off build, and they'll like try and build tanky, or like yeah, they'll just try and build tanky for whatever reason when they usually don't build tanky when they start losing, and that's super counterproductive because like you're just going against what your champion's trying to do, right? So like don't fall into the trap of just because you start losing a little bit, you try and build defensively. Like don't do that. Just build like you normally would because you have to be useful.
Yeah, I think there's room for deviation in there. Like for example, I think like an item like Seeker's Arm Guards or Hex Drinker are fine items to pick up along the way because they're a little defensive, but they still have offensive attributes that help keep you in the game.
Right, but I think
But like, don't go and build like a Randuin on Zed or something.
right. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I mean. So like like a Hex Drinker, you were gonna build that into an AP matchup anyway.
Yep.
But I mean more like, I don't know, like an 80 carry building Hex Drinker.
Yeah.
Like that just doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Because you need to, like, if you're behind, the enemy team's going to be doing more damage than you, right? You can't out-tank them, right? Your only chance really is going to be to catch them and outburst them or something. So if you build tanky, you're kind of leaning away from your out.
Yeah, you're building your champion in a way that it isn't meant to be built. So you're making yourself less effective when you're already less effective because you're down in gold. So you're just compounding the problem that you're already trying to overcome by spending your gold inefficiently.
That's why I always give up first blood on Darius and then build Infinity Edge.
That's so smart.
Yep. They never see it coming.
Don't fucking listen to these clowns.
Yeah, build Storm
God.
Razor.
No, don't fucking do that either. Build
mean-
Black Cleaver like a normal human being on Darius.
I mean,
But
they should be able to hear the sarcasm in my voice. I don't know about Ryan's.
That's because Ryan's sarcastic at all times.
I mean, I am
I've never been
too.
sarcastic in my life.
That's true too.
Guys, can you explain to me what this word you're saying is? Because I don't understand it.
Oh, goodness.
Sarcasm?
So a burger button is a word that sub UX designers use about the three
Thank
dots.
you.
Yeah, some
Not 3 dots, 3 lines.
Yeah, it's the three dots, but it really confuses people, so nobody uses that.
Says who? Says Google. Burger
Says Dave,
menu
master of
icon.
Google.
No, but if you type in just burger button, it takes you nowhere useful. So moving on.
Burger button. I get literally what is a hamburger button? How does it work? That seems pretty useful. The second
Oh,
one,
that's
Or sorry,
pause.
burger menu.
I
second one-
figured out.
I told you Burger Menu brings the Burger King.
Yeah, that's the
I
problem.
figured out what the problem is, y'all.
What?
It's because when you type burger button, they think it's a cheeseburger button. We needed the hamburger button. That's the problem. I fucked up by calling it a burger button by not calling it a hamburger button. So I will own credit for this miscommunication. That is.
I mean, there's a.
What the
there's
hell
a
is wrong
com-
with you?
There's a common variation called a cheeseburger button where the top line is yellow.
That's interesting.
I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. There's not.
LOL.
I think it's a stupid name, and
Oh
Thank you,
my
Emily.
God.
Thank you, Emily.
we need to move on.
The voice of reason.
Wow.
No, this is now a UX podcast, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about why that's a good fucking anyway.
All right. So when you're playing from behind as a team, one of the major things you need to do is not play out of position and not take dangerous maneuvers. Like, you shouldn't be roaming very far into enemy territory or very far into river to get vision, because you'll probably get ganked, considering that your enemies are ahead and like they can pretty much go where they want.
Don't go anywhere alone. Buddy system.
Yeah, like, make sure that you're, using your turrets advantageously. Try to get waves to freeze in front of your tower if you can. If you are in a position where you can farm safely, you should try to shove your lane under their turrets so you're denying them gold. Like, it comes down to trying to claw back in using micro advantages. And if you find a position where you can get picks on enemy team members, where you can, team up on them and kill them, like, those are also going to help you claw back into the game. Getting vision on objectives can also help you get back into the game, because you can see, let's say you see 2 or 3 of the enemy team fighting an objective and you see somebody else trying to split push, you can suddenly go kill that split pusher. Or you can try and contest the dragon with 4 or 5 team members. So it gives you more options the more you use the map and vision and playing safely to your advantage.
Well,
Any thoughts
well,
as a team?
Well, I think the main thing you have to do as a team is control vision when you're behind, because that's when most of the time you're going to be behind when the enemy team is able to push into your territory because they're taking towers and taking objectives that allow them to push into your territory. So if you still have some amount of vision control, like in your jungle, you're able to flank them while they're pushed into your territory. So having that vision control becomes very important. If you don't have vision control in that area, you can never push out, so you can't farm safely. So you need to keep that. And if you don't have it, you also can't contest things like Dragon or Baron.
Yeah.
So it becomes very
Vision
important.
is so important to being able to play this game. It's just one of the many ways you can get free or low-cost information. Ryan, do you have any thoughts as far as like team play when you're behind?
I think communication, which is really hard to solo queue. But if you're doing duo, trio, or a 5-stack, communicating when you're far behind is really important. I mean, communicating is always important. But one of the reasons Vision is so powerful is because not only does it tell you where they are, but it also tells you where they aren't. And you can communicate with your team to use that information in creative ways. And yeah, so like, I don't know, honestly, there was a really interesting post on Reddit a couple weeks ago. I put it in our Discord in the Tips and Tricks channel. But basically someone goes through and shows you all the different examples of how vision works on, like, just naturally works on the map. It's actually pretty surprising, where you can hide in kind of plain sight around a lot of corners and stuff. The vision system is actually kind of robust. When you think
I
about
found it
how
very interesting and enlightening personally. So
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that video, Ryan.
Yeah, when you think about how it works. And so, watch that video if you get a chance, because it's super informative, and knowing those kind of things helps you when you play from behind, right? Because if you can clear out their vision, or you know where their vision is, and you have your own vision, you can use those blind spots to kind of catch them off guard and pick them off and hopefully turn the tide of the game back in your favor. Um, you know,
Hell yeah.
blind spots are super like there are some like super big brain plays you can do. Like for example, uh, it's possible. So people say things like, and this is admittedly a little bit of a tangent off the playing from behind thing. And this is kind of to talk about vision real quick, but people talk about lane gank where the jungler will gank like through the lane as opposed to like through the river or whatever. Um, that actually it can be a little more effectively set up because if you push the minion wave far up ahead, they actually don't have vision of the brushes closest to your tower, right? So if you push the minion wave up, let the jungler sneak in through the lane into the brush there, and then let the wave push back. Now your jungler can gank them from inside the lane without the manager actually ever having seen them come in. And that's just kind of an example of how you can manipulate vision, the neutral vision and the fog of war that exists on the map to trick your opponents. It's super powerful. Like, and I think it's probably the main comeback mechanic in League of Legends.
That's fair. I think that's a really good take. The main comeback. Why did I just blank? The main comeback mechanic? That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
In the game for sure. Do we
What
have
do you
any
think,
more
Dave?
tips?
Do you think that's a hot take? Do you think that's accurate? He's busy playing TFT. Never mind.
Oh, that's accurate.
Cool.
If I disagreed, I would have disagreed immediately and loudly.
All right, fair. You got me there. All right.
That is true.
Silence is compliance.
That's for sure. That's for definite. As far as getting other players on your team snowballing and staying snowballing and stopping enemy team snowballs, understanding champion power spikes is pretty important. So understanding that somebody's not great in the early game or great in the early game, and vice versa, somebody being good in the late game versus not good in the late game. Understanding those power spikes will help you also be able to make better decisions. So like,
For
if
example,
it's 25 minutes in and their Lee Sin has most of their kills, you can probably be careful around him, but you probably don't have to focus on killing him. If there's a Vayne on the enemy team, for example, with that Lee Sin, you probably want to focus on the later game on like CCing and taking out the Vayne, for example, because her power spike after several items and several minutes of gameplay is going to be way higher than any damage Lee Sin can do full build. And when you are helping those who are snowballing on your team, you, during engages, want to take out, again, the people who are at their power spikes or snowballing already on their team. You want to focus your CC on them. You don't want to take out their tanks who are trying to tank the damage. You don't want to take out...
blow everything on Nautilus. Super worth it.
No. No. The opposite of what you want to do.
Doesn't
Kill
matter.
the ADC,
Doesn't
kill
matter
the
if they AC
snowballing
you
mid.
and then get dragon and buried. You got the Nautilus. It's all worth it, baby.
It's not. It's just not.
Dave's smiling because he knows it's worth it.
Dave's just vibing, bro. He's just trying to vibe.
Emily also knows it's worth it. And that's why she is a good player.
Emily's an AD carry, so she
Emily
is happy
not a
that
good player.
that
She's
Nautilus
a
is dead.
great player.
Every AD carry is going to be happy that Nautilus is dead. I guarantee you.
You won't get flamed in chat. Also, Dory, that motherfucker tricked me, by the way.
Doesn't sound hard.
We were playing a game, and somebody said something stupid like, jungle dip in chat or whatever. And I'm like, this motherfucker right here is like, oh, you can fix that. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, go to your settings. I'm like, cool. And he's like, change it to party only.
Yep.
I
Turn
did.
off chat. Turn off chat, dummy.
I did, right? No, and I figured that out, and I'm like, oh, I'll fix that. And I haven't fixed it still, so I've, like, tried to go into chat to, like, yell at people or maybe say some, League of Learning Wild Rift podcast friendly things. And I can't because party chat's still enabled.
See,
Notice chat's a lot quieter though.
League of Legends is infinitely better game when you turn off the chat capability.
I have some things I would like to express that are maybe a little more complicated than what the pings offer.
Fuck you, shitter. I'm
Like-
gonna fuck your mom tonight.
Like,
No,
they don't have a
no.
feature for that. That's fair. That's fair.
But I can't say after next fight, group dragon.
I'm pretty sure there's a preset that's close to that. Have you looked at all the?
Yeah,
presets
can you
that
can you like
can change?
ping
I haven't
assist
looked at the
assist
presets,
just ping
that's a good
assist
point.
me?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can change. You can swap them out.
Assist
I'm pretty sure there's
Yeah.
one like that in there.
Dude, they're not gonna listen to you anyway.
That's you know what? That's a good point. I was gonna be like, Dave, they're not gonna listen if I say assist me, but you're also right. They're not gonna listen if I say group
Words,
after.
words, pings. You can
Next fight.
PayPal them $20. They're not gonna do what you want.
There's one that's group up and pick them off one by one. Have you
That
seen
one I have. That one's great. Voice classic. Nobody listens.
Don't fight. Wait for the group.
Farm,
That's
don't
close.
fight.
That's good. That's close.
These are
Yeah,
oddly
yeah.
specific things to ignore.
Let's invade the enemy jungle. Let's spam
Don't
every
use
game.
that one.
Spam
That
every
one's
game.
bad.
That one's never
Spam
used.
it.
I guarantee that one has never been used correctly. Not once.
I'm ganking top. I'm ganking bot. I'm ganking mid.
Okay, so what were we talking about? We were talking about what?
How useless
just
the ping
combine.
system is in Wild Rift.
Oh, we're talking about how the game is better when you count chat. Right, right.
Yeah.
I'd argue it also makes you just a better person.
That one might be true.
I don't know, man. I've heard that Chunko dude say some pretty heinous things to his friends.
Yeah,
Happens.
same.
Happens.
Yep.
It's part of the game.
Thankfully, we're just workplace proximity associates, so I've never
Oh my god.
had to deal with that.
All right. Anybody else have anything they want to close out with today? Any sweet gameplay stuff?
Oh, I got I got a pentakill on Lee Sin in ARM, which was cool. Because I feel like I played pretty well to get it. And then I lost that game.
No,
Yes.
I hate it when I get.
We call that a decleave. We call that a decleave.
Do call that a decleave.
So you know that you get ratings after games, and I've gotten, I got B's, I got A's, got S's. I got triple S. I didn't even know there was a triple S. Got a triple S for that game, so that's pretty cool. Apparently,
What weird is, I don't think there's a double S. I think there's S and triple S.
maybe it's just very specific. What you do have to do to get a double S. You got to get one pentakill, not two, or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Hate to see it happen.
Yeah, overshooting your pentacup.
All right. Let's close out this podcast episode before we ramble on for too long. Yeah.
All right, so cheese dust.
Oh Jesus.
It's
Christ.
everywhere.
Emily,
No,
Dave,
Jesus
y'all got
dust.
anything?
No.
No. Dave?
She's just Emily.
You think I can go back to playing Batman?
I think so, my friend.
Dude,
Dave,
Uh,
enjoy
so funny.
TFT.
It's so funny.
I'm
how
not even.
Batman's
What,
like-
I'm not even. This isn't even TFT.
It's so funny how Batman's like, I don't kill people, and then he just like bashes their kids, their fucking skulls, and like,
They're not dead yet.
nope, nope.
All right.
He doesn't kill
Thanks for
people, he just
listening,
lets them
everybody.
Die later in the hospital.
Yeah, vegetables can't die.
Thank you for listening, everybody. This was a great episode. Goodbye.
Bye.
Say your goodbyes.
I'm Batman.
I have to edit that out, you know.
Show me the trigger.
You don't have to edit it out.
I have to for copyright infringement.
Where's the trigger?
Where's my ADC? Why am I not getting ganks?
Where's the blue buff? Swear to me.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.